So what's up, y'all? It's Trev, and it's still Gaza over Gully.
Pop, pop.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Chris. I'ma still love my black cake. As a matter of fact, I got some in the fridge from a wedding I went to 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
In the freezer.
Of course. You gotta stay fresh.
Yup.
That'll do it. My name is Ruth, and I'm your Pickles pusher and your Eppies entrepreneur.
Speaking of that, I need a couple jars.
Gosh, heard you. Say less.
I got them for $25.
Nah.
My name is Sparkle, and dogs are not allowed in the house.
Tell Bailey that.
Yeah.
Tell your dog
Don't
that.
tell my
How
dog
you gonna
that.
explain
Don't
that?
tell my dog that. Don't tell my dog that. He's not a dog. He's a people.
Okay. And my name is Izzy, and y'all, it's the fall. It's time to let that real masculinity shine. Okay. Let it do its job because we don't want no hank, you know, from October to December.
February?
Yeah, that'll do.
No, February, March, baby.
Let that shine. And welcome. Oh my God, it's welcome back.
Welcome back.
Wow.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back to La Via Creole, where we discuss all things Haitian American, mostly so you know that you're not alone in the trauma you've experienced, whether it be comedic or otherwise. It's never not gonna be funny.
Fuck is that? Who is you to be asking me questions?
I got to talk. I gotta tell what I feel. I gotta talk about my life as I see it.
I like that too.
This goes out to you. This goes out to you. You. This goes out to you. This goes out to you. You. This goes out to you. This goes out to you. You. This goes out to you. This goes out to you.
We can laugh through the tears.
Right.
What are we talking about today?
So this season, you already know we're exploring identity and relationships with other folks. To our parents, they may be less than us, but we know better, right? That's not just Jamaica, it's all other people in general, even other Haitians, unfortunately. But today, we have Haitians and Jamaicans. And today...
Yeah, Monday.
You know?
And if you come from foreign, this episode should pique your interest. So we have Christopher Williams, X2, right? I think they ran out of names in Jamaica. Maybe I'm not sure.
That's jokes.
Yo, don't let me get started about Marius. Okay? Joseph. You know? We not gonna, don't get me started.
And the genres, you right? So, you know, we're recycling people.
But the point is, the three of us have different names, and y'all got the same name. for all intents and purposes, this is what we're talking about right now.
It's just happenstance.
We have different middle names, and I go by my middle name. So there you go.
Fine.
That's a differentiating factor right there.
There's actually no Caribbean person that actually goes by their first name anyway. Honestly.
Facts.
Nobody in my family.
Well, except for me.
Except for Antonio calls me Ruth, but nobody else calls me Ruth.
Everybody got a pet name, is what it is.
Right.
A shoe pet, a Shelly, or something else.
Yeah,
Like,
I definitely have
Boo boot.
Yeah.
definitely a boo-boot.
Yeah. For sure.
Nah, but welcome our Jamaican brethren.
Yes.
That's what they say in Jamaica. I've done my researches. I follow Sean Paul on the Instagram.
Yeah.
On the Instagram. He said brethren, but with a D.
Yeah.
Brethren.
Brethren.
Nah, but we're going to start this episode off with a series of ignorant questions for both of y'all. So, for purposes of everybody hearing each other, Trev, you answer first, and then Chris, you answer second, right?
Gotcha.
First question. And remember that you're in a room full of Haitians. Who's
Tread lightly.
Is this person Haitian or Jamaican? Celine Dion.
Celine Dion's Jamaican.
Wait a minute.
Wow. Where's my manchette?
Wait.
because she's from Canada? I don't think Haiti has embraced Celine Dion. Celine Dion is a Jamaican national hero.
Okay.
We call her by her middle name.
You cannot tell us. I know she's from the French-speaking side of Canada. I know all of that, but we have embraced. When Celine Dion finally came to Jamaica and performed, YouTube that reception she got.
Gasps in Haitian.
Gasp Haitian week.
I want y'all to sing along with her French songs though.
Can't. But I'm just saying, like, she's a national. She's up there with Paul Bogle, Bob Marley. She's up there for us. She's up there.
Jenna, I can't co-sign that one.
I can't give it to the Haitians.
I can't co-sign that one. I can't. I'm sorry. I like Celine Dion, but yeah, she American or Canadian or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm not claiming her. I'm not claiming her.
You not claiming her, so we can't claim her either.
No, you can claim her if you want to, but I ain't claiming her.
Because you said she's American, so if she's not Jamaican, she's Haitian.
Well, if you want to claim her, I'm just saying she's a
blonde
to me. You know what I'm saying?
Call me after this show.
Yeah, she's just another blonde.
Damn. You dropped the crown on us too.
When you say it that way, maybe.
Fine, you can have it. Joking. Next person, Michael Bolton, Haitian and Jamaican.
Michael Bolton, you know that whole soft lovers rock 80s era, enough tunes, but we don't really rate him as much as Celine in Jamaica, so I'll give it to Haiti.
Yeah, you're gonna give it to us? How?
I'll give it to
Fine, we don't want him.
Nah.
Yeah, I'll give y'all Bolton too.
I'll give y'all Bolton.
Nah, we're gonna take Bolton. I'm gonna take Bolton. I'm about to listen to him after this.
Tonight? Oh my.
Shit.
Okay.
I probably got more songs of his on my phone than. I'm not joking.
Whoa, Wyclef.
Joking, kidding.
Don't listen to her because we need you to come on the show too.
Nah, that's been facts. I'm just joking. We Clef. Joey Clef. Alright, who's winning in a fight? Kodak Black or Elephant Man?
Eleman.
And remember Haitian's kick and fight.
We talking just a regular physical fight?
Physical fight.
Physical fight, that kind of energy that Ellie got.
That's what I was going to say.
Right.
Young Kodak a wild boy though. Them boys on that side of Florida, they so as long as we keep it just fighting, I think Ellie got it. But
over Kodak?
Them Zoes down there, they play dirty though. I don't know. He might pull out the strap, you know. But I think Ellie got some super martial arts kick that he might pull out. You know,
I'm gonna give it to Elephant.
Ellie's the energy guy.
Exactly,
he's the energy guy. He don't come high energy in the fight.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Kodak though. We know Kodak real. He thorough down there in Florida.
He is in Florida, and please let no Florida, okay?
Let me stay right there.
All right, who's winning the fight? Wyclef or Sean Paul?
Dutty Paul, respect though, but I think Clef got that.
I
think Clef got
he grew up in Brooklyn. He's not from.
Yeah,
he's technically from Brooklyn. He was born.
He's from Jersey, right?
No, they moved. He moved to Jersey. He was born in Haiti and grew up in Brooklyn.
I think Clef got that. Clef energy just give me that.
Yeah, he different. Y'all remember that greased up picture?
Okay, all right. We said we would never bring that back.
Yes, we would.
Stop talking about him. We need him on the show.
And you saw Clef in Shatters, right? He don't sing in Shatters. A bad boy.
We rate Sean Paul, but I think Clef got that.
Chris, you agree?
Yeah, I agree with that. I co-sign that.
Boom. All right. This is a rap about. It's called Who's More.
Who's more?
Mm-hmm. Who's more religious, Haitians or Jamaicans?
Oh, yo, I gotta say no. Go ahead, Trev. You go ahead, Trev. You go ahead.
So I don't have a pick. I'm just thinking like, all right. So Jamaica actually has the most churches per capita.
Facts
in the world.
Facts. Not the details.
Right?
Yes.
Not the quantifiable evidence.
That doesn't necessarily mean that you're religious just because there's so many churches.
Right.
And I know between a mix of African spirituality and the Catholic Church, Haitians I grew up around are also very religious people too.
Yes.
Yeah, especially ones that follow Catholicism. They're very about.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. That's a tough call. I mean, that's just some background on both. I don't think I could call which one I think is more religious. I think both groups are very religious Caribbean people.
So it's a tie. You saying?
I absolutely agree.
It's not your game, Izzy.
My bad.
Yo, come on,
hold it down.
So I was gonna say, even though I agree with you, it's a tough call. I still am gonna say Haitians. or more, because in all the encounters I've had, I think about my encounters with my friends' parents over the years, my Jamaican friends, my Haitian friends, my Bajan friends. Like, Haitians by far got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had conversations with the mothers, the grandmothers, you know, and it's always, you know, very deeply religious. Very deep, you know what I'm saying? Making sure.
Don't play with some of them ladies from country, the Seventh-day Adventists.
Oh no, we know about them still. We know about them. Like I said, with Jamaica, we definitely have the religious people them, but I feel like Haiti,
more like
I feel like with Haiti, it's like in the blood. Like it's passed down from generation to generation. Like even when daughters or sons don't want to be religious, they be on that religious shit.
They still gotta go to church.
They
still gotta go to church.
They still gotta go to church. Like after the dance, after some good guya, they go to church.
Well, they got a Bible tattoo.
That's right.
Bible verse,
Tough call for me.
Damn. All right.
You, Chris.
Who's cheaper?
Who's cheaper?
Yeah.
The Zoes. That's a whole.
Damn.
You guys Zoe. That's a whole Brooklyn phrase.
That's the clearest he answered any damn question.
I'm not going front, even to our own fault. We just love what we call bruffing. We love spending. Like Jamaicans will bunch with paper they don't have.
For real.
I wish we was a little tighter with the rest.
For real. No, that's a fact. That is 100% fact. For real.
Nobody love what we call sporting or bruffing more than us. Everything off of name, bro.
Yeah.
Wasn't it brand name?
Name brand. Check out my shoe.
I wear
me.
Everything Gucci. Everything Gucci. Everything Louis.
Oh,
you know?
Yo,
you see me out with my Ferragamo.
Meanwhile, my mother was getting my clothes from Conway growing up. Like,
real talk. So check this out. No, real talk. My mom bought my clothes from Conway. When we came here, I came here in '87. My clothes was getting bought from Conway, Alexander's, back in the day.
Bubby's?
No, we didn't go to Bubby's.
Wow. You didn't have to say that. You didn't have to say it like that.
I know we're going to get deeper into it if we talking about that whole immigrant experience. I think our parents kind of bought into the American way a little quicker than our Haitian friends did.
That's what you guys understood English.
I think our parents kind of like, all right, allow my little Jordans, you know what I mean?
Not my parents.
I don't think.
Definitely not my parents.
The Haitian parents was with
my parents. Listen, my parents would not allow me to wear none. And I just actually spoke to my mother about this. I was like, Mom, why didn't you buy me any? She's like, yo, I didn't want you to get robbed. I didn't want you to get robbed. Because back when I came here, kids were getting killed for their Jordans. Stabbed. Killed? Killed.
Because you grew up in the 80s in New York.
Yeah, I grew up in the 80s. Decepticons, all of that. 8-ball jackets, you was getting stabbed up for your 8-ball jacket, all of that. So it was real different.
Thank you, Mommy. Miss you.
Real different. And you just got jumped just for the sake of getting jumped. So if you got jumped for the sake of getting jumped for sport, then imagine if you have some name brand stuff.
That's real.
Nike, some Air Jordans, whatever. It's a wrap for you.
Damn, Daddy.
That's a different perspective, right?
Yeah.
That is a different perspective.
Because I'm definitely the kid that got the Jordans.
Yeah, nah.
I got them when I got a job.
Yeah.
not off my parents' paycheck.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask who can dress better, but you know what? I feel like that's gonna turn the room. So I'm gonna skip.
No. You need to ask that. Ask it.
If you don't have high-rise jeans, you ain't shit. Fuck out of here. 80 to the. What did y'all say to the world? IAT to the world. If you're not wearing black hard toes.
Listen. If you want to ask who can dress better, I can tell you straight right now. Jamaicans got it.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Right?
I think that's
Izzy, wow!
Immediately, Jamaicans be doing the Jamaican stylish things.
We got it.
One thing we got is style, bro.
We got it.
And bleaching cream. Don't get me tight.
I got
No. Nobody would know.
We throwing jabs.
The bleaching thing is not. No. That's all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the time we on.
Yeah. I got
2
you.
hours later. Nah, yo, like low key, I brought my friend. I'm not gonna say his name, but I brought my friend. He's Black American to Haiti. He was like, "Yo, Ruth, y'all are bad out here." He's like, "I've never seen so many beautiful people," and he goes, but these flats, like, y'all need to stop. Like, why everybody got flats? It's like, baby, I don't know. It's a dusty place. They could put some boots on.
The streets aren't paved. You gotta give us a little bit of credit. When we get here, we
have sneakers on. Get here plus a couple of years, but that's not the point.
No, maybe a couple of months. You gotta go through them buying you clothes at Bobby's first.
The phase one.
So you could do your thing by yourself.
No, you have to have older siblings that let you do your thing because they had a paycheck before you, and then you get the paycheck. Because when my sister got a job, that's when it was up for me.
The idea is, as long as the money is there and the opportunity to buy better clothes is there, we got to stop.
We out here, We might not be in school anymore. We might be in our 30s, but who gives a fuck? So what? Nah, but who's more homophobic?
Jamaicans.
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 I think
Jamaicans.
Maybe Jamaicans outwardly.
Really? I think outwardly.
We
don't make anything about it, but
Jamaicans be loud with it.
We loud.
We loud with it.
A lot of my Haitian friends, like growing up talking with them, I think the view is
the same.
Very similar.
Very similar.
In Jamaica. I just don't think they're as. It's not in their pop culture as much.
So you know what I would say to that, Trev? I agree, but I'll also say that I think Jamaicans are more aggressive.
Okay, there we go.
You know what I'm saying? While my Haitian brothers may have the similar views or whatever,
a little bit more.
They're not. I think they will be a little bit more.
I agree to that.
Easy going with it in terms of not just out your face like
I agree to that.
Them for dead out.
Right.
Jamaicans be just
I feel like Haitians like to sweep things under the rug, and that's probably why. Where you guys are like, nope.
I saw you.
Pick up the rug.
Not today, not yesterday, not tomorrow.
I do think the views are similar. I think it's just a different way in how we express it.
Yeah, for real.
And then final question. Well, actually, who do you think has more juniors in their culture?
Juniors?
Yeah, like as a
Jamaicans.
Juniors.
Come on now.
He's Christopher Williams Jr.
Or name is Junior.
Junior. Then I gotta go with us.
You think so?
Yeah. From what I know.
We got juniors too.
I think it's a tie.
From what I know.
We got juniors like your daddy and
that's true.
No, but Junior is just a name though.
Yeah,
Junior.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like it's just a name. It's not like Christopher Williams Jr.
Yeah, we got Junior.
We got so many juniors.
We got mad juniors.
My dad's nickname was Junior, and he's not even a junior. he has 4 other brothers, and he's not the first son. But that was just his nickname, Junior.
Well, I will say that Jamaicans got better nicknames, son. They will call you anything. Snake man, one eye, left foot, underfoot.
I went to Jamaica.
Jamaican nicknames is usually a worse trait.
You said what?
It's usually a worse trait.
Precisely.
Like somebody lose your arm, somebody call you one in.
One in.
I went to Jamaica. I was wearing a yellow outfit and someone called me Big Sunshine. Where you going, Big Sunshine? I was like, why gotta be big?
What? Let me say something to you. One thing Caribbean people gonna tell you is your weight.
Oh,
right? I was Zoe. It wasn't because I was gang affiliated. Because I was bones. So I was just skinny. Okay.
So it's a funny discrepancy, right? Because in Jamaica, like you have some like size, some build to you. Call a man thick, same thick man.
All right. And then if you're all the way to them, Fata, come here, yo, Reggie. Yo.
Son, that's one thing. You know what? The nicknames, forget it. I'm gonna give a tie because my mother. We used to have a childhood friend that used to come to the house.
Okay.
Not a good morning, not a good night, not a hello, not a how are you, not a hungry. Are you hungry? Gotta catch on go. Like, look at how fat he is. You still hungry? You still fat? You saw him this morning, mommy. Like, what did you think was gonna happen between? Okay, we'll see. Manger. Like, come eat. Like, I know you hungry. Like, there's no like this motherfucker could have just ate 2 hours ago, but nah. Anyhow,
that is too wild.
Son, big wild. Like that's why I had so much trouble. Like when I started to have to integrate into real culture, I was like, "What are you offended by? This is how people talk." Like, no, it's not how people talk. It was never.
It's not nice.
Yeah, it was never about shit about weight, but like things that people might be insecure about. You don't really think about.
Oh
it,
yeah, yeah. Jamaicans don't be caring about that weight thing. Like you put on weight, man. You know? Like, yo, first of all, who gave you authorization to touch my stomach? I don't even understand.
If we talking men and women, Nobody love a more thick, curvy woman than a skinny ass Rasta.
That's a
maga man.
Yeah.
Fluffy, look how you look nice and cheap, boy, you know.
Empress.
And yo, the man ain't look like same king manager, you know. The man probably weigh about 100 pounds.
Yeah.
He must have bigger up.
Well, muscle, because he told him right the fuck up.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely can.
Yo, nah, you don't want to.
I'm breathing. Empress, you feel me?
And can.
Teams out one.
You walk away. You walk away. You pregnant. You thought.
So we say all that to say, if there's anybody that big up body positivity, it's us.
That's true though.
That's a weird way to say it, but okay.
Not wrong. Not that wrong.
Nah.
That brings me to the last question, talking about breeding. Who of the two nationalities do you think are more philanderous? Philandering.
Philanderations.
Philanderations.
I think it's a tie. It's got to be a tie because
you say it's a tie to
I say it's a tie.
preserve your country or because you really believe that?
No. Real talk.
You know, say I and Jai Rastafari, we're not philanderers. There's a tie populate there with more black people and more black people.
We're populating Earth. Yeah, exactly.
Black woman, man, and child.
Black woman and child. Yeah.
Every Rastafari I ever saw either had a white or Asian wife.
Yo, wait. That's no.
Scandalous.
Pause.
Mad kids.
Pause. Wait.
And they all.
I'm a
They
drink.
just gotta get their papers. That's all. They just gotta get their papers.
With 18 kids behind them.
Submission. That's all. The man that just try to secure the visa and the citizenship.
Is it?
That's all.
Is it?
Do what you gotta do.
It's always black woman and child.
Do what you gotta do.
Y'all forget the green card.
With that said, my grandfather had 45 kids, so. And I'm not the person in the room with a grandfather with the most children either, but I won't say any names.
Here you go putting my granddaddy's business out with it. Yes, I really feel like my grandfather populated like half of Haiti. He has 64 children, God rest his soul.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Lots
of, like I literally
what age you gotta start to like what's the range? Like,
I don't even know, but all I know is that I had 2-year-old twin aunts. I was like
what?
Wait. Some 2-year-old your auntie like
absolutely not.
Call me back when you can actually talk to me. This is crazy. That's crazy.
I feel like that range gotta be like 15 to 60. Like it's the only way.
Yeah.
So this
you
is
gotta
the
start
math.
early and you gotta end very late.
Let me break down the math.
Yeah.
Let me break down the math because now when you start, it's when you end and it's subsequent, right?
Yeah.
So my mother and my aunt, they're a month apart. So they have wives that are not wives, women who are pregnant at the same time.
Right.
Somebody one time was like, "Oh, are they twins?" I was like, "No."
Just one for different, right?
Yeah, I had said, "Oh, my mother and my aunt are the same age," but she's white, so I didn't think of like cultural content. I wasn't culturally competent, I guess. I was like,
that happens in America.
Like what? No, it definitely does. So it's at the same time. So my grandfather died in 2011. I was 12, and his funeral was in Haiti. I didn't go. Like I had like access to fucking go if I wanted to. But my cousins that were still living in Haiti at the time, he was like, yo, there was a 11-year-old uncle there. His grandchild is 12. His child is 11. I heard you.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So that math be mathin', okay?
To them.
Yeah.
So this is an advertisement for product you can take to go for a long time, well into your elder years.
We're gonna pause here for our sponsor.
Go for it, Trevor.
The soup Jamu is known to extend the vitality of the man deep well into his 70s.
Yo, Irish masariti, peanut punch, strong back.
What's the thing that I don't eat it. I don't eat seafood.
What?
Lumbi.
Lumbi is conch.
Conch. Yeah. Well, I
I
think across the Caribbean it's known that like certain shell, sea fish and thing or seafood is known to be like aphrodisiac.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's a common. That's a common thing.
Oysters are also
aphrodisiac.
So,
but because of the Caribbean, what islands we close to it, it's it's a big thing.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
we all be doing the same shit. Speaking of which, speaking of seafood, Why I used to jump us back in the day because now
what did that have to do with seafood?
I was just gonna say,
Nothing.
Did we see them as food? Like,
you
is that what you're trying to say?
got to pick.
Yeah.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this podcast.
Okay, so
What's your problem with us?
listen, I never got into no beef actually with any of my Haitian brothers or sisters.
Same.
I was good. Like, there was no jump. As a matter of fact, we used to band together because we all got jumped. You know, the Haitians and Jamaicans got jumped. You know, so yeah,
I personally
I had no beef.
I'm not sure if maybe that was like specific to Clara Barton, certain parts of Brooklyn.
I was fully Haitian, baby.
But
I'm also talking about South Shore.
I can't really say from what I know that Jamaicans was targeting Haitians.
Yeah, not in my school.
Not from what I know.
I'm from Jamaica. I went to Jamaica High School in Queens, and we definitely didn't get down like that.
I remember so I went to Cardozo, Queens as well.
Yeah.
I used to go to a program downtown Brooklyn, so a lot of times Broadway Junction was like the meetup point. And a lot of things would take place at Broadway Junction, but I never really, I personally can't speak to a target of Haitians. Like I said, if any, even more so than the other English-speaking Caribbean islands, if any nationality band together tight with Jamaicans, to me it was always Haitians. For me.
Interesting.
More so than Trinis, more so than Bajans, like...
Are you saying that because you're outnumbered right now?
Yo, a Jamaica me come from, me not afraid of nothing. I'm afraid of nothing. I want you.
Your co-host can tell you. I probably have more Haitian friends than Jamaican.
No, he's right.
I'd be like that.
Nah, but both my brother and my sister went to South Shore, and they used to tell me like, I think second floor. Your siblings. Well, I know your one of your older sisters. Did Sammy go to South Shore?
Both of them did.
Oh, yeah. They were like how second floor rotunda, third floor rotunda, Haitians and Jamaicans would meet just to fight because of the beef. Like it's like, third period, yeah.
Oh wow.
They grew up. There's more. I guess it's between they're older
that
than
might
us,
be
but
like dynamics too, though, because in that area where South Shore High School is, me just knowing Brooklyn, you got more recent immigrants,
right,
who maybe like.
That's
I don't know, just have stigmas or have different views or fighting for who got, you know?
Right.
Because when you talk about schools, most like you went to Jamaica, I went to Cardozo, Clara Barney schools, like you may have been born here or you spent more time here by the time you went to high school.
Yes.
South Shore has like a higher like direct immigrant population. This might be the first school you went to in the States.
Right.
Okay,
so I think that might play a difference because I don't really know of that.
And then also, I'm gonna age myself. We're gonna talk about time period too, because I came here in the '80s, so I feel like in the '80s there was more of a we got to stick together kind of vibe, because we're the minority in terms of like people have opinions about us already. You know what I'm saying? People have strong opinions about Jamaicans and about Haitians. So we were vibing. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of Haitian friends when I came here.
It's interesting because I know someone who's around your time frame, and she's Jamaican. She went to the school that Clef went to when he first got here. And
well, you're saying like it's a secret.
Not to put your business out there, Clef. But they was fucking with him, and he had to leave. He ended up having to leave, and that's when he went to Westinghouse, I believe.
Right. But who was messing with him? Jamaicans were messing with him?
Specifically.
Okay. Yeah, but again, that's Brooklyn, right? That was Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying the energy is different. So I'm coming from Queens. Yeah, the energy was definitely different. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because when you think about Queens and you think about also the area, it's very, very much, I would say it's more residential. You know what I'm saying? And then so, also the homes, like the structure is different. Because
and typically you're not going directly to Queens. Like even my family, like
you had to have lived
you
here.
Probably started in Brooklyn.
Exactly. And then you move to Queens.
You grind up. You move to these neighborhoods.
Exactly.
That's exactly how my family did it. It was in Brooklyn first. By the time I came,
it was in Queens. So it was a different vibe. The energy was different. Now, we could take another school in Queens that's closer to the border in Brooklyn, and the behavior might be different. The attitudes might be different. The energy might be totally different.
So what you're saying is that Brooklyn is the problem.
No.
I think
she said what I'm saying is Brooklyn is probably the
problem is how close is the proximity to your immigration?
Yeah, exactly. Because Brooklyn was generally the landing. If you think about it, Brooklyn was where everybody landed. Because when I first came here, I landed in Crown Heights. Yeah. And I love Brooklyn. I did not want to leave Brooklyn, but my parents had the idea
it's crazy
to leave. Yeah, I don't even think it was that. I think it was just they were looking for something else, and so also they weren't into the whole apartment building thing. They wanted a house. Yeah. So that's where was the Queens thing. So the flex was to move to Queens. So we're come from Jamaica, so we're going to live in where? Jamaica Queens. And we're going to send our child to where? Jamaica High School. Come on. You see? Then we be like, I love my parents, but man, come on.
How strategic of them though? Like, good for them.
They had a plan.
They had a plan.
Like that.
No, I think that's actually a good point.
Yeah,
I
don't think I've thought about it that deeply.
Yeah. So Brooklyn people just savages? That's what's happening?
I need my cousins that moved to Queens in the early 90s to tell me how your high school experience was. Hit me up. 8223-9797.
Stupid.
What?
Yeah,
anyhow,
on the hotline.
Hit us up on the hotline.
I can't. So I wasn't in. I mean, I wasn't American in the 80s, but going to school, it was 90s, obviously for us. And it was still like Haitians was still. I mean, Haitians that I guess didn't have either the gumption, the good or poor sense. Because honestly, being proud about being Haitian back in the day, you had to be a little bit stupid. But I mean, we all here didn't lie about it. So, but they dead with but. They didn't lie and say they was American. They lied and say they was Jamaican. Mm-hmm. So there was a difference in terms of like perception.
Mm-hmm.
Between us.
Yeah. And then the Fugees broke, and it was like everybody's Haitian. Everybody's Haitian.
So you got to So I think Chris just touched on a real thing, right? Like with a lot of things, it takes your proximity to pop culture, and that's what the Fugees did for the Haitian massive. Prior to the Fugees, due to the success of reggae music. Couple artists, not even just the icon like Bob Marley, couple different artists.
Shabba.
We already right, and then if you even look right, so first let's analyze one thing: the language. Yeah. So although we speak Patois, it's still an English-speaking country, right? So you look at hip hop, and you look very early. There's a lot of collaborations with hip hop artists, and reggae or dancehall artists. Mm-hmm. You think about especially we talking about Brooklyn. And you guys mentioned Westinghouse. Mm-hmm. So Hove, Biggie, and Busta was all at Westinghouse at the same time, right? You got Biggie on his first album with Patra on his album, and his first track was on the Dolly My Baby remix with Supercat, right? That was his introduction, right? You got Busta coming out with Leaders of the New School rapping, but you could tell the rap is very Caribbean influenced, the style.
He had more of an accent back then.
Jamaican though, isn't he?
And even just his whole aesthetic, it was like what we call like a DJ, like in Jamaica in them times, an artist is like a character, and Busta embodied it. He was like a character, like how you do stage shows and all that. It's not just your lyrics. You gotta come
scenario. He was like like a dungeon dragon.
I feel like Elephant Man was the last dancehall artist to really embody that character type of thing. So I say all that to say is that it was a little easier buy-in for Jamaican immigrants because the culture had already kind of crossed into Black American culture somewhat. Wasn't all the way approved. You still got coconut, banana boat jokes, what have you. Yeah. But there was elements, particularly with the music, where it was like, all right, Jamaicans kind of cool. They different, but they cool.
You guys had jokes on y'all? What are some of the jokes that they had on y'all? Because we had Haitian booty scratcher. I don't know what's worse than that.
I think with Jamaicans was just a lack of understand, like the patois or what have you. It was just a lack of understanding of like who Jamaicans were. Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying. I just think we had certain pop culture crossover things that happened before you guys. Because as Chris mentioned, once the Fugees bust, a lot of those jokes on Haitians, and it continued to drop, but a lot of those jokes stopped once the Fugees exploded, But
so the unfortunate thing, unfortunately, it did, but it didn't, because unfortunately then you had, the Americans, white America, who had this still maintain this mindset about Haiti.
Oh, yes.
And then with AIDS, with HIV, what they did back then, try to, put them in that bucket and say it's Haitians, it's Africans, it's what I'm saying.
And
so it was
try to big up the poverty.
So it's always. Let me tell you, this is why I have such a strong love for Haitians, is because the amount of stuff that has been hurled at Haitian people over the years, and still to this day being hurled, and still y'all not stopping, y'all not letting nothing keep you down, because realistically, when you look at Jamaica and you look at Haiti, while yes, Jamaica still has a lot of issues, I mean, Haiti's oppression is constant. Yeah. It's constant. Like the boot is still on their neck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's not getting off. And it's like, so yeah, that's a whole other. We going down. We can go
Bill
down.
Clinton, if you listening, we coming.
Wow. Yeah, for real. I mean, and Hillary.
Okay.
I mean, come on now.
CIA, FBI, Bageladen.
Got you. You know what I'm saying? All y'all.
I'm copping a plea. I didn't say that. My name is Sparkle. I ain't say that. My name is Bennett and I ain't it.
You had to renew your passport this year or something?
My name is really Jean Jasper. I'm not Jamaican.
You're not my friends?
Yeah. I know it's not my friends. I don't know them.
Not you turn our R's to W's because we really be doing that.
I don't know them.
Question.
Yes.
Since we're all united tonight, us Haitians and Jamaicans.
Tonight only?
I mean forever.
One night.
Do you guys remember your first encounter with so for me, I would be speaking on me making my first Jamaican friend, and you guys would be speaking on, if you remember your first Haitian friend. But I want to share the story. As much as they say we have beef, I really love that how our parents raised us was on the same, on the same plane, the same wavelength. My first Jamaican friend, I won't be naming him on here before he tried to sue me or whatever, but I remember the first time that I called his home, and they were, they'd be like, so-and-so is not here. He's doing his homework.
Wait, did they say hello, good night?
Yes, hello, good night.
Wait for you to say that. Hello, good night.
All my American friends say, wait, are you hanging up on me?
Yeah, why you saying good night? But that's how we say it. Hello, good night.
Allo, bonsoir.
Yeah, allo, bonsoir. Yeah.
Because it's another language, you don't realize we say the same thing.
Yeah.
For example, Cheryl, she can't come to the phone tonight. She's doing her homework, then she's going to get ready for bed. I'm like, no problem, Miss Johnson. It was really nice speaking to you or whatever. Just the common respect for the adults and the parents and respect for the household, because they're not just going to let you call their house at any hour.
Willy nilly.
Nah. Immediately, no. I never called before 9. You know better.
Yeah. So I was always like that. I like the similarities between the parenting and all that good stuff.
What was your first encounter with Haitians?
Or your first Haitian friend?
I don't, like I said, so I grew up in Cambridge Heights, Queens. My sister closest in age to me, my second oldest sister, she had a lot of Haitian friends, right? So from very early, I was around, I was around, Haitian folks, Haitian American folks. So the only thing I really remember, maybe around early grade school, kindergarten, I just remember maybe, hearing a different accent or hearing something hearing something that I wasn't really familiar with.
Right.
But it happened so early and I was so used to it. You go to everybody from Cambridge Heights knows what used to be Seatown. It's now called Farmbria. You go to Farmbria, all you hear is a mix of different accents of either Patois, Bajan accents, Trini accents,
Creole.
Haitian Creole. So the exposure was so early. I don't even know if I could pinpoint it.
Yeah.
I just knew that one was different. Because I used to always find the Trini and Bajan accents very funny. I found it funny, but I could understand. Right, I could understand what they were saying. I realized very early that Creole was in a totally different language, so that I didn't even know what they were saying. But I was familiar with it, so it didn't surprise me. So I was just like, oh yeah, they Haitian. Okay, got it. So
that's dope.
I don't think I have a set point because it happened so early due to the way the community was set up.
Yeah.
But all I will say is that I did identify early that it was a different language that they spoke, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I definitely had a set point. I mean, I'm not gonna call his name out either, but a brother that I met who 100% Haitian, but he's the way he spoke to me, I thought he was Jamaican. So like I said, we talk, and then one day I found out later on, like, something happened, and I heard him speaking Creole. And I was like, yo, son, I didn't know you were Haitian. Like, because he really had the accent down pretty good. And then, of course, I remember my first Haitian girlfriend. And that was it. Like, after that, I was like, I can't go back. Like, I love Jamaican women. Love y'all. Big up. Yeah, y'all ting. But let me tell you something. It was a different experience. Listen.
That's a big sound clash.
Yo. That's a party coming next summer. Hold up. Man, I tell you something right now. Shushun different. It's different. The shushun different. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're on another level, man. Another level. So to the point that to this day,
real quick. So, if you see any pornographic activities happening in either Flatbush, Cambria Heights, Canarsie, it's just a pum pum clash, a vagina clash. What are we gonna call it? Coco also means deer.
Coco Clash.
Coco Clash. Mind your business and vote for one and keep it moving.
Yes. Drink water and mind your business. Wow. Yo.
That's hilarious.
What happened?
I'm just gonna interject. I don't know if Chris is accurate or he's not accurate. I'm engaged to a Jamaican woman, so I'm gonna go with Jamaican pum pum.
All right. That's a good I'm with an Haitian woman, so you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying that right there.
So we gonna do what we should do. We gonna try to make sure we get dinner tonight. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We're not trying to sleep on the couch either. So we just do what we gotta do.
We support both of those answers. Smart man we have here. Smart man. I don't remember the first Jamaican experience I had, but I do remember one of the most memorable ones. Was I think I went to Bodesi for junior high school, and I don't know if you remember when they built like the islands across the street, across from Flatland. Oh, and when they opened it, they were giving away free festival. I never heard of it before. So that I ate it, and it was so fucking dry. And I was like, no, listen.
Their festival was dry.
Theirs
was dry.
Hear the whole story before y'all tell me. Chill.
No, we're not jumping.
I got enough jumping in the 90s. Nah, but like, and I remember feeling so bad for like English speaking countries. It was like, this is what they're eating? Like, I was just so tired. I'm talking about their festival. I know. And it was so, like, legit, it was so bad. I was like, it was free and I still didn't like it. And it wasn't until I went to Jamaica. Actually went to Jamaica. They just opened, son. It's like, they should, whatever. No shade. The islands, if you want to sponsor us.
No shade.
No shade, because their food is busting right now.
Right now. But hear me out.
Which one?
Let me redeem myself. The Flatlands one. But when I went to Jamaica a couple times. One, when Buju came out, I went to go see him because that's big.
Yeah.
And I had a festival. I was like, oh, this is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. It was slapping, right?
Yeah. It was true. I was like, oh.
So
I wish I would have been eating this the whole time.
We just gonna chalk this up to maybe they didn't have the proper storage.
Perhaps.
Like any bread, if you leave it out too long, it's not gonna get that's all.
I was in 7th grade and I did not have I'm Haitian, so it's like I was going to friends' houses. It's like I got to experience other people's culture. I experienced American culture, not a McDonald's, nothing. So when I ate it, McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. So when I ate it, I was like, this is like it wasn't even like a disrespect. I was like, damn, I felt bad. I was 13. Like I was just like, oh my god.
Was it clay cookie bad to you or?
Dang, you gonna say we eat clay cookies?
It's called mud cookies. Get it
They're
together.
They have a name? I don't know.
They do have a name.
It's fake.
Wait, is that a real thing?
It was like
it's real, but it's also fake.
Like please educate.
Like there's so sometimes pregnant women do eat it because there are nutrients in the soil
Okay.
that they like crave.
Yes. So it's a particular, but it's intentional.
But it's not. Yeah, it's intentional. So whatever
the way that they.
But it's not a thing where like just people in different neighborhoods and towns are just making that, right? Like,
no.
Okay.
But the way that it was shown on the news was as though like that's what we eat in order to live.
Gotcha.
Like they're eating mud cookies,
right? This impoverished country is eating mud, and
the poor.
We like it here.
Mind
you, we love it here. That's why you're trying to get us out of here.
Watch 5 years later. Oh, you can bathe in the mud. Yeah. Did you know that there are nutrients in it?
Skin, it's exfoliant. That's true.
They're gonna start putting avocado on mud cookies, and then they're gonna be like, it's $14.
Yo, why is that the gentrification way of anything? Throw a little avocado on it, and then charge $15 and boom.
And a little bit of sea salt. It has to be sea salt, Himalayan salt.
Himalayan salt.
You gotta pay.
Son, remind me to tell you about how one time I had this white ass fucking manager try to tell me.
Tell us now.
Son, it was funny because you know how white people they be whiting, right?
They
so yeah, I mean, unless y'all want to sponsor us, then I'll take it back. No, but one of them, she was just like, oh, she tried to teach me how to eat an avocado.
Excuse me?
Son, I was in the stock room, like
how to eat avocado.
Because it was new to them. Yeah. Right, and then I just made eyes with like the other, like I was in the stock room with the Costa Rican stock boy. And we just laughed. I was just like, all right, thanks, girl. Like we've been eating. First of all, I've been forced to eat this shit. With Maimuna didn't want it.
Yucks.
Yikes.
I couldn't get up from the table if I didn't finish that.
That's
for real.
Right.
Yeah. Make sure I eat that.
But even that, they're like, oh, like as though it's new to everybody. Stop, please. Y'all win everything. Just stop pretending like y'all don't know.
We just didn't call it avocado. We called it
pear.
Pear.
Doesn't matter if it's the hot south. So yeah, we call it like a pear, like the fruit.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you guys call pears?
Pear too.
How do you know which one they're talking about?
Well, see, in Jamaica, we never have the pear. Yeah, pear. We had pear like avocado. But as a matter of fact, if you go to the Korean store, it looks different too because it's big and green, very green.
The avocado that's very common here in the States, that's often seen in like stores and grocery stores. Is Haas. The Haas avocado. That's not native to the Caribbean. I think that comes from Mexico. We usually get the big size, the larger size one.
It's big,
Usually has a little bit more yellow in color than it's green.
And to me, I like that. I actually like that one better.
I like that one way better.
Yeah, I like that.
I like the Jamaican one and the Haitian Dominican. I don't know why they be acting like it's two different ones.
Yeah.
But the Haitian Dominican one is.
Yeah.
That was a chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss. Okay. It goes well with food. Yes. The Haas one is a little easier to mash up though.
Yeah.
It's like the guacamole and what have you.
I feel like
and
ours is better to make. Sorry, Mexicans. I feel like it tastes better in guacamole, even though it's harder to mash.
I never had it.
Because it's so hard to mash.
Bro, when you spice it, because you know it's a little bit sweet.
Right.
But I love to have ours with curry goats.
Yeah.
When I used to eat meat, I don't eat meat anymore. But when I used to eat meat, having ours with curry goat, cheese.
This comes out for you. This comes out for you. You. This comes out for you. This comes out for you. You. This comes out for you. This comes out for you. You. This comes out for you. This comes out for you.